before the chaotic noise of this day fully reaches your mind, and before the heavy responsibilities begin pulling at your heart. I want you to take this quiet moment and just breathe deeply for a second. This morning is not random. I truly believe there is a gentle invitation from God waiting for you right here. Maybe yesterday left you tired in ways no one else noticed. Maybe you smiled through intense pressure, carried silent worries, or went to bed still trying to desperately figure things out in your own strength. I understand that feeling more than I can ever explain. There are mornings when the heart feels heavy before the day even begins. But today does not have to begin with fear or exhaustion. It can begin with surrender. Please pray along with me. Lord, in this quiet moment, we turn our hearts completely toward you. Your word reminds us in Proverbs to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and lean not on our own understanding. Father, that sounds so simple sometimes, but in real life, it can feel incredibly difficult when our minds keep racing ahead, trying to solve every problem before it even happens. So today, we lay that heavy burden down before you. We surrender our plans, our strict timelines, our worries about the future, and even the things we know we cannot control. Teach us to slow down enough to recognize your presence in the middle of ordinary life, in traffic, at work, inside difficult conversations, and even in those moments when anxiety quietly rises again. Help us to return to you instead of panic. Lord, let your peace become stronger than the noise around us. Let your promises steady our hearts today. Help us to seek you first, not out of empty routine, but because we truly, deeply need you. You see, beloved, there are mornings when you wake up already feeling behind, as if the day started running before you even opened your eyes. Your mind begins racing immediately, thinking about responsibilities, unfinished tasks, bills, and quiet fears you rarely speak out loud. Sometimes the pressure isn't loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is simply that constant, tight tension in your chest that whispers, "What if you can't keep up today?" But before this day moves any further, pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. You do not have to carry this day alone. What would begin to change inside your heart if God's promises became louder than your fears? What if instead of starting this morning with panic, you started it with surrender? Sometimes we try so hard to control every detail because, deep down, we are afraid something will fall apart if we do not hold everything together ourselves. I have felt that way too, and honestly, it is exhausting. Right now, take a small step of faith. Open up the comments below and type, "Lord, I trust you with my day." Not because life suddenly feels easy, but because your heart is intentionally choosing faith over fear. There is something profoundly healing about expressing trust openly before God. Father, your word says in Philippians, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, through prayer and thanksgiving, bring your requests before God." And Lord, this morning, that is exactly what we are doing. We bring you the stress we carried into this day, the thoughts that kept us awake, the fears we keep replaying in our minds, and the pressure to have every answer. Little by little, we lay those burdens down. Lord, teach us to stop fighting battles in our thoughts before the day has even begun. Remind us that your peace is not fragile. It is steady. It reaches the deep places inside us that nobody else sees. Let our steps today steady our racing minds, quiet our overthinking hearts, and when fear tries to return, gently pull us back into your presence again. We trust that even when we cannot see what is ahead, you are already there. Your wisdom is greater than ours, and your love never abandons us in our weakness. When anxiety rises throughout this day, remind us to return to you instead of spiraling deeper into fear. In the middle of stressful meetings, unexpected phone calls, or lonely moments when our thoughts become too heavy, help us remember that your presence is still near. So today, we release every anxious thought into your hands. We let go of the need to control every outcome. We let go of the pressure to have every answer. And in exchange, Lord, let your peace settle gently over our minds like a protective covering. Quiet every restless thought. Calm every hidden fear. Strengthen every weary heart. Help us walk through this day with peace instead of panic, with trust instead of striving, and with confidence that even here, you are holding us together. Before you go into the rest of your day, I just want to thank you for staying here in this moment of prayer. Thank you for slowing down long enough to open your heart, or allowing yourself to breathe, reflect, and place your burdens before God instead of carrying them alone. Every prayer whispered through tired lips, every anxious thought surrendered, every tear held back, it matters more than you know. Even if nobody around you fully understands what you are carrying today, God sees your heart clearly. You are not forgotten, and beloved, you are not walking this journey alone. So take one last quiet moment and ask yourself honestly, what am I trusting God with today? Whatever it is, place it gently into His hands. If this prayer brought peace to your spirit today, please share it with someone who may need encouragement. Hit that subscribe button, like, and comment to help this ministry grow. Go forward with a steady heart, knowing you are being held by hands far stronger than your own. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.